seeing is believing, Bill Duggan. The difference is clear. And I think for a lot of us, whether it's the summer months and, you know, we're concerned about all that sun distorting things, or whether it's night driving, which is what I have issues with, we have got your one and done solution for both day and night.
I'm sorry, I had a jaw-dropping moment when I saw this at $17.95 with 5 flex payments. Really, you get both a nighttime version, which is that lighter lens, a daytime version, which is that darker lens, which is great. But you see what the way this is designed? This is designed, yes, to wear on its own, but more importantly, how many of us have those prescription glasses that we either need to look at our tablets when we're reading or on the computer, but then we can't afford to have those lenses that transition and everything. These actually are designed to go right over those prescription glasses. So all of a sudden, I have prescription sunglasses.
You didn't even see your glasses.
Nope, and the thing is, whether it's smaller frames, whether they're bigger frames, it does comfortably fit over it. So now if I am working outside or reading on my phone or reading on my tablet or doing any work, I don't have the glare that I need to deal with. But guess what? To do that stuff, I need my prescription glasses. And you know, to get those prescription glasses with the lenses or prescription sunglasses, it costs more than $17.95. And the cool part about it, so you have the darker one for daytime, and then you have that lighter shell too for nighttime.
I think I'm gonna steal the nighttime ones. I'm not even kidding.
She's not joking.
I'm not kidding. I mean, look out, because my bag is right around the corner. That flex pay of $3.59 is available for this hour. So it's more than a this day only, it's a this hour only. But even though I take Andrew Lessman's nighttime support, I have pretty profound issues with night driving. It's really become an issue. And that's whether or not there is rain. A lot of times, you know, if there's rain or snow or the pavement gets wet or the asphalt gets wet and then you see the glaring lights. I have a real problem with those newer design headlights that have kind of like the that bright blue, LED, like the bright LED. And, you know, part of it is because I probably never really see the light of day, that, you know, my eyes just don't really adjust all that well. We're talking about safety, we're talking about security, and we're also talking about clarity. And the clearer your vision or the more precise your vision or accuracy in terms of being able to see a stoplight when it does turn green or red in the bright summer months, or seeing oncoming cars in the evening if you're driving home late hours like I am, this really is a godsend. And like I said, it's much more than just a great price. This is really kind of a direct pipeline to safety, because the truth of the matter is, if your vision is distorted or if things aren't crystal clear day or night, that's dangerous. That's a precarious situation.
And the thing is, we've been there. We have our GPS going, and hopefully it's talking to us, but we need to see it sometimes. Or how many of us we have those touchscreen panels and we can't do the tactile, you know, changing of the stations anymore because the buttons are all gone. You have to see it and read it. So you keep those prescription glasses on, yet you dull down the glare. And that's really the added value of this. And I look at my sister, who's always out and about chasing the kids around. She has her readers on. She has her prescription glasses on. She gets in the car, she can't take them off. Trust me, you don't want her to not drive.
You don't want her driving without those glasses.
And the thing is, I gave her a set of these and she's like, where have these been? This is perfect. In the privacy of her car, she throws these right over him. She can still see. But it's actually kind of funny. We were hanging out with my brother-in-law and we're all playing outside and all this stuff, and he needed a pair of sunglasses. It was so bright, it was so glaring, and I just threw him a pair of these. He was like, oh, these are heaven. And the thing is, they're comfortable, they fit, they do what they're supposed to. Tons of protection along the side, which is great. And the cool thing about it is, it's summertime. We're gonna be out and about at the house. And what is cool, because whether it's the daytime, which is great, but also the nighttime version with that lighter lens, you're totally covered 24/7. We never really have had these in an electronic show. So the fact that you do think about when you're using your e-readers, when you're looking at monitors, you're gonna be protected from the glare.
You are. You know what's interesting, because Bill and I used to sell these visors that would mount in a car, and they had these day and nighttime things, but my grandmother was so tiny it didn't help her because it wasn't at the right, you know, height, because she was so itty bitty. And even for me, I have the opposite problem, because all my length is in my torso. So those just didn't quite align with me, you know, even though they made a lot of sense. Plus they're only in one vehicle. What are you gonna do if you're renting? What if you're you know, there are multiple car family situations? I know I keep saying, yes, it's more than just the savings, but it's the presence and the peace of mind to know that you're getting clarity and accuracy in your vision. As an example, now I realize these are the ones for the nighttime. I am gonna walk out of these here. I am taking these with me, I'm not even kidding. But even putting these on in our bright lights, which of course we have to have, I feel almost like an immediate ease to my eyes. They feel more comfortable, they feel more relaxed.
It's a vacation for your eyes. And the thing is, we've been there. What happens when we forget those sunglasses? We start to squint. This glare, we start to look away. We take our eyes off the road. We look away from the vista or the water. But when we have these HD difference, I mean, this is annoying, right? And you start to look away and it's like, oh, it's too bright. But boom, all of a sudden it's palatable because we have that HD lens. And the lens isn't making it grayer and duller, it's making it actually more vibrant and more exciting. And whether it's nighttime driving, like right now where we've lowered the lights and you kind of would look away, but when you have that HD lens, you see you can keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah,
but remember,
for sure.
it's a 2-pack, a daytime set and a nighttime set.
Yep.
So instead of having to look away, yeah, that's just it. We want to sit outside and read the book, but we need our glasses to read. We want to sit outside and look at our tablet and our computer, but we need those shades in our glasses.
Yeah.
Now you have shades for your glasses.
Well, and when I say it's really dangerous, because on Gandy Boulevard in particular, it's a road here in the St. Petersburg area.
Construction.
There's a lot of construction, and when people are going home from work, the sun is in their eyes.
Right.
So I can count. Almost every day I see some kind of accident along that stretch. And a lot of it is because people cannot see the lights. So if something turns green or if something turns red or if it's yellow, a lot of times those accidents, sadly, in many cases they are deadly because people don't slow down because they don't realize where the progression of the light is because you can't see, because you know what it's like when you're driving into that direct sunlight. For me, I have the opposite problem because I'm usually driving at night, and for whatever reason, as I've gotten older, I have really severe compromised night vision, and it really does get to be a dangerous thing. It's a good thing that I live across the street because I'm actually nervous to drive at night now. I really am, because if there's oncoming traffic, it really does distort my vision, and it freaks you out if you do have that issue.
And then you look away.
And
you
then
take
you
your
look
eyes
away.
off the road.
Yeah, right,
yet
you
you're
look
driving.
down because it hurts my eyes.
And that's just what happens too, whether it's the headlights or whether it's the sunlight, you divert your eyes from the road where you're supposed to be looking. Or if you are a prescription wearer or need it for, to see, we also think, I can't have shades for my sunglasses unless I spend $100 to get prescription sunglasses.
Right.
Now all of a sudden, I have the best of both worlds. I have protection for my eyes, I've reduced the glare, yet I still can see because I still have my prescription glasses. I have a few different sets out here. Oh, remember, you get the sunglasses.
What is that? What is
and
that?
you even get a visor clip to actually hold in place your glasses or your sunglasses, whichever you like. So this is a nice little added value. But even the bigger rimmed glasses, it fits over the bigger rimmed glasses.
Yeah.
So this is daytime protection, but then you have the nighttime lens as well. And really what I do appreciate about it, we've all been there. We've left the house and all of a sudden we realize, I don't have sunglasses.
Yes.
I need a pair of sunglasses. Or it's gonna be a long road trip, we're gonna be on the road for a long time. We run to the gas station, the drugstore.
Oh, please.
You can't get 2 pairs of sunglasses for under $20. And I wanna show you this HD difference, because that's really what it comes down to. Here's a pair of sunglasses that cost me about 20 bucks.
Right.
Here's that HD lens on the bottom. Look at how the clarity of the plaid on my shirt is so much easier to see with that HD lens. And that's really the world of difference. It's cleaner, crisper, and more vibrant whether you wear the daytime lens or the nighttime.
Absolutely. Boy, if you are a long-range trucker, if you just drive it